All right, this is me and that is Lee, and you know where you are because you're on the damn channel. What's up, Lee?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing lovely.
Oh,
Yeah, we're doing this we're doing our video, and later tonight we will have Power Windows out if you watch this
oh,
before that comes out. So we'll have Power Windows with Eric RMCP Jordan and Jerry Supe.
yeah,
So later
yeah.
tonight. So until then, we got some shit to talk about. Lee, what's going on in your world?
Well, I've been doing some composing and stuff. I do stuff like that's from Mismatched Raindrops. And
Is
then
that
this is from Munching. Yeah. If people want to hear more of that stuff, they ought to contact me personally. Then that way I can give them access to the stuff.
yeah,
Right
you
now,
is that your jazz or is that your classical?
that's
Jazzy.
my jazz.
Or jazz, yeah, it sounded look, I knew what jazz was. Good job, Mark.
Yeah.
I know you were griping on Facebook that you knew nobody would listen to your classical music.
Yeah, that's because nobody does.
Well, doesn't Curtis like answer your classical stuff sometimes, or is he just
He,
fucking with you?
he responded. He didn't always say the complete greatest things, but at least he responded. I mean, he was honest, you know. And then he got me to admit that well he was saying that it sounded like noise, and then when I finally explained what I did, I said it's supposed to sound like traffic noise, and he went, I got you to admit it sound like noise. You know.
That guy he's something else, man. But
Yeah.
so I made a video the other day that Dr. Fuck actually loved. He put it on the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast YouTube page, the new and improved one. Thank you, Dr. Fuck, for sharing that, man. You're getting more views than we are on our YouTube thing that you're watching here. Thank you for that. And a lot of people were like, great. So that was comedy gold.
I started to see it, and then when I realized that you snipped, I had to turn it off. I was a little bit like, I don't want to see any more sniffing.
I weirded out Lee. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
I weirded you out. Yeah,
I mean,
I could do it again. I got him. And I'm thinking. Oh, painful. No, I don't have a straw, guys. Cheers.
It's not something that I would ever recommend anyone doing.
I wanted to be funny. I wanted to do some comedy, man.
You definitely outdid me. I mean, I don't suggest that. Let me be weird.
I was gonna ask you if you tried snorting vodka.
No.
You should do that, making a companion video.
No.
That would burn even worse. That's like pure alcohol, man.
There were a couple of times where I almost accidentally I saw like a bottle of like shampoo and thought it was water, and I wait, no, this isn't water, it's his shampoo. Okay. Kind of like,
yeah, but check out the snorting whiskey video. That's a tribute to freaking Pat Travers snorting whiskey, drinking cocaine. I'm not really. I tagged him in the video on Facebook. Let's see if anything happens. But yeah, I absolutely love that song, man.
I mean, if I used to do weird stuff like when I was at Yosemite, it was like almost like midnight and was like almost like melted ice, and I was the only one who went in the water in just my shorts and no shirt or under like, I mean, no long pants. And people were saying, oh, that's crazy, you're a crazy person. I went, hey, it's fun. But you know, I was about like maybe 14 or 15 or so. I wasn't this age. I wouldn't do that now, you know.
Oh wow. Dude, you gotta be who you are, man. I like to make
I
people laugh. I like to make people laugh, man. I'm like the
I
drunk.
don't like to make people laugh. I like to make them think, and instead they laugh.
I like to like go, and I used to go into bars in the 90s, and I'd get drunk and I'd go, watch this, and I'd fall off the seat and go, ha ha, I'm okay. You know, and the bartender said, Mark, you do that one more time, I'm gonna have to kick you out, bro. They go, oh, I'm just trying to make you guys laugh. I know what I'm doing. But they were laughing so at me.
Yeah.
I'm a happy drunk. I'm not a sad panda.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be laughing, kicking you out of my house.
Oh wow, dude!
Then
I
right
done know.
before I shut the door, you run back in. Then I look and you're right behind me. There was Samuel Beckett, the playwright, had a play, or like he did a film, and I think that Ernie Kovacs was in it, and there's a part in it where there's a cat in the room, and he goes and he opens up the door and he chases the cat out, but right before he shuts the door, the cat comes right back in. So he has to chase him out again. The cat keeps coming back in right before he shuts the door.
Meow.
Yeah.
I'd be in there before you. You're slow.
Yeah.
But I put up the other day that I was like listening to like Jam and Zeppelin all day, and my mother-in-law was in the store and she saw this and bought this for me. That was nice.
Okay.
A lot of stuff in here. I was reading Rolling Stone really didn't disparage Led Zeppelin like they did Rush. They actually wrote Rolling Stone caught on to Led Zeppelin early. Like Cameron Crowe, he's like a huge Zeppelin fan. He wrote a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then that guy from when he went to Rolling Stone, what's that guy's name from Cream? Lester Banks. He wrote a lot of good stuff about Zeppelin 3. You hate Zeppelin 3 though.
Yeah, I do. Well, no, I just don't like, well, I'll put it to you like this. I like it a lot less than the other Led Zeppelin albums, except for one.
You like it more? You like Coda more than and Into the
No,
Outro
no.
more than Zeppelin 3?
Actually, yeah, but that's not the album that I'm talking about.
Coda's a good album. I like it. I don't like Into the Outdoor that much.
That's the one that I'm talking about.
You don't like that one?
There's one song I like some of, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think me and you both agree the best Zeppelin album is Physical Graffiti.
Overall, yes.
Yeah.
I also think Presence is really good, but there's only there's one song that I kind of like now, but back in the day, it was a long song and it was slow. And I thought to myself, the only thing that was a worse song to close the album was that song on Rare Earth. You know,
was it T for One you didn't like on there? You and Eric hated that song?
I did back then. Now I kind of like it, but back then I was like fast stuff, you know, like I want fast music.
Yeah, I love Presence. That's my number 2 Zeppelin album. Physical Graffiti is my number 1.
When I was growing up, I liked Houses of the Holy, but I didn't like the Rain song. That was like a really, really long, slow song, and I I liked Led Zeppelin too, but I didn't like the song Thank You. No, so it's like there's probably the only album now that I would say is probably the most consistent, even though at the time it wasn't really my favorite, but the first one, because it has variety. And back then I liked, well, I thought the Willie Dixon songs were a little slow. And I thought, how many more times? I mean, I like it now, but, and I know that they took different stuff from different songs, like in a medley. But back then it just seemed like,
oh, Rosie, oh,
they
girl.
They took a good 3-minute song, then they just added, just kept adding stuff over and over and over and over again to make it longer. And it kind of was back then boring to me.
You know what's funny about how many more times when he goes, they call me the hunter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got that Paul Rogers blues album, and the Muddy Waters blues album he did. And in the 90s, I was playing it for my friends, and the Hunter came on, and they go, oh, you stole that from Zeppelin. And I'm like, dude, Zeppelin stole that from Muddy Waters, bitches. I was like, who the fuck am I hanging out with? These guys are idiots.
Now you know how I feel about people on Facebook.
I was like, when they said that,
When
I went,
you are the smartest one of them, that's when things get scary.
I like being an idiot, but I'm a controlled idiot.
You're actually smarter than you like to hear. It's just that you purposefully like too many things.
Look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm running out of room, man.
Back in, I used to have all that kind of stuff. I didn't really like all of it, but I had it.
Fucking Star Trek, Beatles, Rush, Speedwagon, my wife's picture, vinyl, CDs, movies, Rush dolls, freaking Zeppelin magazines,
sandwiches.
Sandwiches. I just got this.
Scented candles, no spray, all that stuff.
Dude, I'm running out of room. I just made space to buy another rack in here, but shit, I can't even put that up right now. But
at least you don't have no Blue Man Group.
Oh god dang.
Or Donovan.
Oh, Donovan's cool.
Yeah. Or Madonna.
I like Madonna. We're gonna do an episode on her first album, man. Watch.
Oh, or Lion Rock.
I don't know what that is.
Well, and Seal.
Seal's cool. Kiss
and
from
another,
a rose on. I like Madonna.
Madonna. And
dude, Lee has some physical media there. I'm proud of you, brother.
I've got Sweet Soubrette. She's okay. And I've got Blake White that I never listened to, and there's good reason, so I've got a whole bunch of shit.
I just got the new Scorpions Rock Believer. It's like the best. It is like the best thing I agree with Dr. Fuck. It's the best thing they've done since Blackout. But I do like a lot of the albums after Blackout. I love Humanity Hour 1. That is a fucking slamming album. I don't fucking care what anybody says. That album rules. Yeah. Me and Mitch LaFon agree about that album. But Mitch LaFon won't have me back.
What a wonderful guy to agree with. Ooh.
He's Canadian, man. My favorite bands are Canadian. So, okay, I gotta agree with the Canadian.
To Quebec bands.
Because they're French. Oh, wait, didn't we listen to Quebec band? Late Night Trouble, man.
Yeah. But what I mean is, there's also another band that's from Quebec that doesn't do specifically French, and that's Voivode.
I like Voivode.
But I'm talking about groups like Manige or Aquarelle. Or
how about Gowan? Isn't he French Canadian? Is Gowan French Canadian?
I think maybe.
He's in Styx now.
I'll have to look him up. That's that's interesting. But
Lawrence Gowan, man, he's a great guy, man.
yeah,
He's been in the
there's
band
also
longer than Dennis DeYoung now. So
oh,
he's been in Styx longer
that's
than that.
that's weird. But like I'm talking about people who are like kind of like jazz rock, kind of like progressive jazz rock with a little classical.
You know, I get into
Harmonium.
I like jazz
Harmonium is
rock.
good. And the group I think they're called Complicity. You know, no, Contrition, I think it is. Either that or Confliction or it well they're interesting.
I just wanted to show you. I just got the new Tears for Fears album too, the tipping point.
Is it good?
It's kind of mellow. I like it. I think you would too.
Oh, is it as good as the song I Believe?
That is the worst song on Songs from the Big Chair. I always skip that one.
Song.
Well, yeah, then you would like this album, but this album's better than I Believe. It's a tipping point. It's pretty cool. I got it on vinyl and I got the Scorpions on CD. It should have been the opposite way around, but I got the digital of this too. So I'm good. But they put this on Dolby Atmos because I was waiting for this to come yesterday. I was listening to it on Amazon. It's not, if you don't have Dolby Atmos speakers, it doesn't sound good. So I'm glad I transferred the CD to my iPhone, so now it'll be louder. But I need to circle back on something here. You said on House is the Holy, Rain Song was a song you didn't like to listen to, right?
Yeah.
But you like the Crunge?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? That song sucks. Fuck the bridge. Just blow up the fucking bridge, man.
But by me, it's got a good beat. Dun, 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 like that.
White boys can't do James Brown unless you're the Blues Brothers.
I didn't think of it as that. I just thought of it like a guy slipping on a banana peel.
Dude,
like
whoa! Even Robert Plant's vocals are off on that song. It doesn't sound like Robert Plant. He's like that. It's like you listen to that album, you're listening to freaking songs, and then all of a sudden the Crunge comes on. You go, this just took away my love for this album. I would have made that album freaking number 3 if they didn't have the Crunge on there.
It's meant to be a joke.
But don't put it on an album. Put that on a B-side. Fuck, you could have released that on the box set they did in 1990. Shit, like they did Traveling Riverside Blues, and that song is way better. Shit, that should have been on, or fucking the other song that was on there, man. That should have been on Zeppelin 3. But fuck the Crunge, dude. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Get off drugs. You can't be white boy soul, man. You can't do it. You can't be funk. Robert Plant.
I didn't think of it as funky. I just thought of it as weird.
That wasn't
true.
I
like weird.
They were trying to do James Brown, man.
Well, to me, it sounded like they were trying to do it bad.
You know, you need to put this in the notes so we talk about the Crunge. Just I want people to fucking hear me fucking blow that bridge up. Where's the bridge?
I'll mention that we disagree violently on the Crunge.
That's good. I like that.
Something like that.
But then you know what, dude? For the last 2 weeks, when I found out Rush was releasing Moving Pictures box set, I've been on there. I tried to buy it like 10, 15 times. I see more stuff coming out in that box set, like Neil Peart drumsticks, 5 handwritten Neil Peart copied lyric sheets in there. They have a ticket from the Moving Pictures tour. They have fucking Atmos fucking DVDs and CDs and remixes. It's so packed. Put 2 posters. Dude, I've never bought any fucking Rush box set in my life, and I love Rush. But that shit they're putting in this box set, I finally bit the bullet. I'm making 4 payments, $81. That shit will be here in April, and I will do an unboxing on this channel of the Movie Pictures box set. I said, you know what? Spoil yourself once. You know, I only bought like the Def Leppard box sets, but they're like $60, or the freaking Black Sabbath Sabotage box set, $40. I spent $300 on a box set. And you know
Even
what?
that is cheap compared with a few other box sets.
Dude, the Metallica black box that was only $200. I didn't get that, and I had 15 DVDs of live shows. I would have loved to see those. I'm still probably going to buy that Metallica box set because that's the other one I didn't get by the Master of Puppets or this, but that black box set is just fucking looks like it has shit. Even Ralph Vieira, Dr. Fuck bought it because of the live shows. I saw the Black Tour twice, 2 days in a row at the LA Forum. They were amazing, man. I wish I could have been at that Las Vegas show last night. I would have came late because I didn't want to see Greta Van Fleet open. Why don't they get overkill? Yeah, it's like shit.
The only box thing that I remember, well, back in the day, I bought I had a Neil Young box set that was I forget how much it was. I think it was $60, and it was for like 13 albums. It was a New Zealand press, so it was, you know, good quality pressing. And I bought for $100 or so a Jimi Hendrix box set, you know, with the English version of the Electric Ladyland cover with all the nude women.
Ooh.
You know, it was from England, and so it was a good press. And I also, you know, so I bought them. But other than that, the only real box sets that I had bought, well, it's not considered a box set, but if it's a 3-album set, it's considered to be kind of an anthology. It was Neil Young's Decade, you know, stuff like that. But I bought what would be like, I bought the Police. It was only about like, it was about 4 CDs in the small.
I have the Message in the box.
Yeah. I got it for $8.
Well, my wife had it, so now it's mine.
You know,
it's ours.
Yeah. So that's cool.
CD just fell out. Just number 2 wanted to escape.
Yeah. But yeah, so I got stuff like that, you know, that's about it as far as box sets. I thought to myself, when a group comes out, I buy, you know, all of their albums, so I have them already. Why do I need to buy box sets? The exceptions to the rule, when it comes to getting more stuff, was when Led Zeppelin came out with, well, I when I got a Walkman, then I bought all of the albums, or most of their albums, on cassette, so then that way I could listen to them. So that was like a repurchase of some that I had. And when they came out with CDs, then I bought a few of the CDs. So yeah, I was sort of a multiple buyer of Led Zeppelin.
I bought that Zeppelin box set. That was actually the first Zeppelin I ever bought.
Oh.
I think it was 1990, 91. I bought that Zeppelin box set, but that wasn't the first box set I bought. I bought the Springsteen vinyl back in the day when I was there at Tower Records in West Covina the first day. A Springsteen live box at 85. No, it was 75 to 85.
Yeah.
Fucking great live, fucking 5 records. That album that's one of the best live sets ever. That and Tom Petty. It's like, if you want some good live albums, man, get the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live box sets. They have multiple of those. And the Springsteen live from 75 to 85, it's like, you hear the studio version of Born to Run, and you're like, and then the fucking the live version, baby, I was born to run. It's like fucking night and day. It's like Cheap Trick's I Want You to Want Me on the studio, fucking is horrible. And then you get to the live at Budokan, and it fucking broke the band. Springsteen live is amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen him on a Tunnel of Love tour. Amazing.
Oh, well, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. You don't like Springsteen? Why don't we we should do
I like the E Street Shuffle album.
You like the first album?
That was their second.
Oh,
But
the second, yeah. And you like which version of Blinded by the Light do you like better?
that's
You're surprised I do that, didn't you?
no. I'm just trying to think. I usually don't listen to the very first album. That's the one called Greetings from Ashbury Park.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think I've tried to hear it and I keep falling asleep.
But you know what? The next album we're gonna do by Springsteen, we're gonna do Born in the USA. I'm just gonna go where he sounds
That
live.
one's a good one.
We'll
That
do
was
Born in.
my favorite.
That's gonna be my next pick for us to review is Born in the USA. After your next pick.
I think that is going to make me happy.
It's gonna make me happy because I get to pay tribute to my mom a little bit on that album. So that'd be cool. Right. I miss my mom. But also I want to ask you, if you could only listen to one rock band, and that's the only rock band you can listen to, what rock band would that be?
If Tangerine Dream counts, even though they're an electronic band, I would pick them because they had so many different albums and so many different sounds. But if you're talking about a traditional rock band, it would probably make me feel like, ew, why do I want to limit myself to just this? But I would probably say, I would probably say Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd, not Led Zeppelin?
Well, after a while, Led Zeppelin has so much of a limited sound, like I wouldn't want to just keep listening to only them. Whereas with Pink Floyd, at least, if I'm kind of through with the really early psychedelic stuff, I can hear the middle period or the later one, and because they had a little more variety, so I could pretend I'm hearing another group. But I really wouldn't want to just hear one group.
I know, but it's just for shits and giggles.
Music.
What would you like? I know that would suck. But for me personally, you probably know who I would say, Rush.
Yeah.
I listen to Rush. They have a lot of variety from the first album to the last album. They're all different. Yeah. Keyboard error, fucking 70s where he's going, what? It's like different errors. I don't think Rush would get boring.
Oh, you could probably eat a ham sandwich and then just eat nothing but that. And sandwich is about 4 miles long, and you just keep eating and eating like you're Wimpy from Popeye. And they go, "Do you ever get tired of eating the ham sandwich?" And you say, "Ham sandwich is never boring." And then just keep chomping and chomping, and they make a cartoon out of you. Mark, the ham eating exaggerator.
Dude, I could listen to any Rush album any day and fucking jam that shit. I could listen to Led Zeppelin any day and jam. I could listen to you know what the thing about Floyd is though? On the way to work, if I want to listen to freaking more songs, I can't listen to Floyd because they'll take up my whole hour trip to work. Sometimes with Rush, they at least I can listen to a whole like bits and pieces and shuffle, and it won't like 2112 Overture would take like 20 minutes of my drive to work. I've been listening to your podcast on the way home with you and Charles. Pretty good shit. You guys should check out the Lee.
Yeah.
Say your last name, please. But Charles Trainer, man, fucking great guy, man. I love that dude.
You should try and listen to some of the albums that we talk about.
Dude. Well, I'm supposed to be on there for something with you, and I said we'd do it, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was, but I'll think of something else. I always do.
All right, but and then I also had to ask you, dude, what is your favorite Thrash album?
I like some of Thrash. I would say I like Chastain's album "Ruler of the Wasteland," but that's just more very extreme heavy rock. But and Zoetrope Tripwires is a good but they call themselves street metal. Maybe Oz Fire in the Brain. That's pretty good kind of thrash. Either that or if Motorhead is considered to be thrash, I like Another Perfect Day.
That's
You know, kind of like that.
Well, mine would be, I don't know, I love Metallica. I love Megadeth. I like some Exodus. I hate Slayer. But I would have to go with John Bush debut album with Anthrax, Sound of White Noise.
Oh. If you want to hear what I think of that album, you can listen to the podcast I did on Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
Dude, Bush is the best heavy metal singer ever.
I like him.
But Sound of White Noise, dude, Only, Black Lodge, again, Room for One More, like in High Pro Glow, that album just, and then the B-sides, dude, they have the Cowboy song by Thin Lizzy, and then they have fucking Alfita Sane by fucking Cheap Trick. Dude, they do the best covers. Even when Joey came back, they did some great covers. They did Keep on Running by fucking Journey. I know you hate that album, but I just love Anthrax.
That was REO Speedwagon.
You don't remember Keep on Running off Escape? You hate that album.
Oh. That's like reminding me of a piece of poo that I tried to shit down the toilet and then it flopped back up.
All right, man. But I like the Anthrax. I don't even know the band you said. You're gonna have to send me a video by them so I know who you're talking about.
What group?
You said your favorite thrash band album or whatever.
You mean Oz?
Oz. I never heard of it, man. I love Overkill also. Overkill rules too.
Yeah. Well, they were from Sweden.
Yeah. You know what?
That's probably why you don't know them.
I like a lot of bands from Sweden, man. Except Well,
I agree with you there.
Yeah, fuck you, Eric. I'm joking. But I have another question for you, man. What is the worst album I picked for us to review?
There's many. Probably, well, it's going to be hard for me to say what the worst is, but I would say one of the ones that was probably the most disappointing because I liked the band and you picked the one album that ended up not being good was White Lion.
I knew you were going to say that right when you said the band you like, but you didn't like that album. I love Main Attraction, man. That's my favorite album by them, but I do like them all.
I would say I didn't hate it, but I would say the one that we did of Big Todd and the Monsters seemed to have, it was a little bit too normal for my taste. And it kind of made me feel like I was listening to stuff that if I was in a bar and they just happened to be playing there and I had a good conversation with friends, I could deal with it. But if I had to pay money just to sit down and just listen to them, I would probably walk out after about 20 minutes.
But you really know that's kind of an obscure band, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, I
gave you their most commercial album. I should have gave you album before or after.
I would say that probably. I'm going to try and think of a couple more.
A couple more. Everybody knows what I hate, so that's fine.
Yeah, I would say that probably Hmm. Ah. Um. There. You weren't the one who picked the Pantera stuff, were you?
The what?
The Pantera stuff we did.
Oh yeah, that was James. That was no, I picked the Pantera. We did fucking Vulgar Display of Power, and then James West did the other album with us. He picked that one, but I picked Vulgar, and we got Nate Bushy.
Yeah,
from
I think that one is one that was a chore for me to hear.
Yeah, because it was funny. Speaking of that Vulgar Display of Power we did with Nate Bushy Atchison, he was like voting on the top thrash albums on the Decibel Geek Friday Night Live last night, and he kept picking Vulgar, and I said, you hated that album along with I said, you hated that album, Bushy. You talked so much shit out of it. James West called you out. And he goes, I did? I think I was drunk. And then I tagged him and James in that episode, and James goes, yeah, Bushy did talk shit about that. So Bushy and you were kind of on the same page.
All right. I'm not sure, but maybe man.
But you did like the Down album we did.
Yeah. There's stuff that you did that I thought I wouldn't like, and I ended up liking.
Bon Jovi.
And, well, not just that, but I guess I don't know, but give me just one more, like about 10 seconds. I would say probably
I think he hated Government Mule that Brian picked.
Yeah, I don't like that one. One that I did like, that I was surprised that I liked as much as I did, was the Hooters.
Nice. One Way
you
home.
know, but I would, I guess what was one of the albums that were like a new album that came out that you wanted to do that we did?
Ugly Kid Joe. It was a newer album. I think you like most of that. I don't remember.
That was okay.
Yeah.
But there was another one that I think you did. It was like, because you wanted to tell whoever was in the band.
I don't remember, man.
Did we do a REO album other than the number whatever it was, the
number 2?
Yeah,
we did Wheels of Turning. You like most of that. Maybe you didn't. I don't remember.
For now, I'll say that.
Okay.
That I'm not going to say that I absolutely hated it, but I'm going to say that kind of stuff is like a chore for me to do.
All right. So
yeah.
The last question I want to ask you, if you were my age, 5 years younger, would you like Poison?
I never really thought about time periods. There's stuff from the 1920s I like, and I'm definitely not that old. So I would say probably not. And in fact, I would probably dislike them even more because they'd be of my generation instead of me having the excuse that they're younger than me, even though all the members are older than me. But they were just more of a silly band. They weren't like a group that I really hated. They were just more like, let's say you watch a few groups on stage and they're cool blues groups and they're playing good, and then while they all take a drink and have a break for about 10 minutes, there's these guys from college who go up there and they're doing a cappella barbershop songs like, ooh yeah, she's my baby, ooh I don't mean maybe, or my gal Sal, and they're cute, they're fun, but you wouldn't want to listen to a whole album of them. But while you're at the bar and they're all just kind of drunk and they're just having fun, you know that the groups are going to come on in 10 minutes. So you just go and have a drink and you don't let it bother you. That's sort of how Poison was for me.
Yeah, I don't think Poison is the best musicians, but the thing is, if you don't
I
want to
did like
think
them
and you
on
if you don't want to
MTV Acoustic. Anyway,
you,
go on.
if you don't want to think and you're drinking, Poison is great drinking music, man. Because it's just it's like fun party rock, it's jock rock. I like it.
I think of it more like jerk rock, but that's me.
But I've said it before that I went to a New Year's Eve show, weren't open for them. Poison closed, and they did a countdown to midnight at 11:30. It's a New Year's Eve show. I didn't even get to go to freaking midnight because these guys are probably partying in the back with some chicks and wanted to leave early and party with them at midnight instead of their audience who paid money to see them on a New Year's Eve show. That's the only gripe I have for Poison.
Yeah.
But it was a cool show. Me and my friend buddy Tim.
I would have thought that I had my money's worth if they had stopped a half hour early. I would have asked for my money back if they had continued playing.
All right, man. You have anything to say, Lee, before we go?
Yeah. Listen to some Nikolai Myaskovsky, some of his symphonies, or Mieczysław Weinberg, some of his symphonies. Just go to YouTube and just pick one of their symphonies. Myaskovsky wrote 27 of them, and Weinberg wrote 24. So just pick a number between them and just look it up on YouTube and listen to it.
All right, man. So we're out of here. We're leaving. Say goodbye, Lee.
Goodbye.